Parapsychology Today, a program of investigation into the realms of the unknown. Suspend your mind for a moment and journey to a world beyond the five senses. Parapsychology Today is a program exploring ideas, theories, and concepts that have been around since ancient times. We'll journey to outer worlds and inner worlds. We'll look into such phenomena as past lives, UFOs, and hauntings. And we'll explore psychic ability as it relates to human potential. We do not intend to prove or persuade, but rather present theories and personal stories of ventures into the world of parapsychology. Whatever your beliefs, we hope this program will start you thinking about a reality beyond the five senses.
Welcome to our show. I'm your host, Pauline Nortness. This is our very first show here at MCM TV. I want to thank the people that work here for helping us to do this show. And I'm really excited about our first guest, medical intuitive Tammy Russel. Tammy, welcome to the show. I'm so happy to have you here on our very first show.
Thanks, Pauline. It's great to be here.
Now, before we get started, what is a medical intuitive?
That's a great question. I feel like a medical intuitive is somebody that gets knowledge or information from their own spirit guides or universal knowledge, usually from a deep state. Some call it meditation or trance. Some people can go there pretty quickly, but they're accessing knowledge and information that's not readily available otherwise, and being able to download it in a way that's very understandable.
Now, besides explaining what a medical intuitive is, you've had training. Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Sure. I started off as a registered dietitian in the 90s, and I worked in several different settings, hospitals. I was an assistant professor for a college, so I did a bunch of different types of careers and jobs, and I worked for several different integrative lab testing companies, and I realized that as my own family was having health challenges, that it was really important for us to get into a better place, and that was very difficult. In fact, one day my pediatrician looked at me and said, "I can't help you, you need to go to a naturopathic doctor," which I was very thankful that she told the truth in that. She admitted that this is what I needed to do. So it kind of set me off on a journey. So I took a lot of courses in functional medicine, integrative medicine, and I became a very holistic type of practitioner. And it really helped me understand more root cause medicine, what was really causing our issues. And along the way, I decided to also study energy healing because I would do anything at that time to help my kids to feel better. So I trained in several different types of energy healing, and I got advanced instruction in functional medicine and integrative nutrition. I finished my master's degree, and it really kind of set me on my way. And then during and before the pandemic, I became interested in Reiki, and I became a Reiki master. I did some advanced courses in emotional energy healing, and then I became a biofield tuner, certified biofield tuner, which is healing with tuning forks. And I continue to be on this path of continuing to learn different tools, if you will, or modalities to help identify what's really holding somebody down from better health.
Did we say what was wrong with your children?
They had, well, just to give you a little bit of knowledge regarding me, I had over 30 silver fillings in my mouth for nearly 30 years. Those
mercury.
Are called, yeah.
Dangerous.
So they're more than 50% mercury. And I got those at age 10 or 11, and I had them for nearly 30 years. So those in your mouth will off-gas. Every time you chew, they can let out some mercury, or if you have a hot beverage. So I wasn't the type of person that detoxifies well, so my body was just holding on to all of that. Plus, I grew up in a rather industrialized part of the country, in the northeast part of the country, where there was a lot of air pollution, coal burning plants, incinerators, and things like that. So I had a lot of toxicity in my body, and I had taken over 100 courses of antibiotics throughout my lifetime. So I honed some really bad bacteria with a high heavy metal load, and the two created a perfect storm, not only in my body, but in their body. So we had a lot of gut issues, a lot of like leaky gut, malabsorption, behavioral issues, restricted diets, high candida, high parasites, high bad bacteria. So we had kind of like a lot of stuff going on that put us in a really precarious place.
It's a great thing you didn't give up, and it was so important that your pediatrician recommended alternative healing. So what's the difference between medical healing and intuitive medical healing? Is there a complement between the two of them, or what's the difference?
Yeah, well, I think in the traditional medical sense, most people operate by allopathic medicine, which is just kind of, you have your dogma, you have this symptom, and this is what it's related to, and then you prescribe a medication to suppress the symptom so somebody feels better.
And you don't want to suppress the symptom. You
Ideally, no.
You want to find the root cause, don't you?
Yes.
Isn't that the difference between the kind of healing you do?
Right. So with functional and integrative medicine, it's more root cause medicine. You do a lot of testing, and you try to figure out, hey, what's causing this symptom? Is it a high toxic load? And then does this person want a detox? Is it bad bacteria? Is it a parasite? So functional medicine goes more in that direction, which is helpful. But I found as time went on that you can't always heal the physical with the physical. That, I had people with severe autoimmune issues and gut health issues that were on very restricted diets and tons of supplements and did tons of testing. They had a number of practitioners, and they were on the hamster wheel for years. But they weren't getting better.
Is that because we're not just physical, also body, mind, and spirit?
Exactly. Yeah.
We're energy.
Yes.
That's hard for people to understand, but because, solid, right? But this is moving. Everything's energy, but it's hard for us to comprehend that when we don't see things.
Yep.
Actually, I'm a Reiki level 2, so sometimes I do see energy. That's another story. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's great. So it's about taking, as a medical intuitive, it's about using my knowledge as a licensed health care provider, having taken anatomy, physiology, chemistry, biochemistry, things like that. So it's taking that hands-on knowledge, and it's knowing what's really going to be causing some constipation or diarrhea or inflammatory bowel disease. So what are the root causes typically that we know in the functional medicine or integrative medicine world that causes those things? And then tying it energetically to what could be holding it in place. So if somebody has some diarrhea and maybe they have some bad bacteria or unhelpful bacteria in their large intestine, there could be an energetic or emotional frequency holding that bad bacteria in place.
Can you give an example and explain what you mean by that?
Yeah, like somebody could have grown up with a lot of smokers, and smoking will give a lot of cadmium to the body. So they could have gotten a lot of cadmium, say it's the 1970s, and they're stuck in a car with smoking parents with the windows up and both parents are smoking.
I remember that time,
right?
yes.
So you're getting a lot of cadmium from that, and that cadmium likes to settle in the kidneys.
Oh.
And it can settle in the liver and a few other places too. So now they have this load that, for whatever reason, their body's not readily excreting it. And it could be that there is some emotional frequency. Maybe at age 5, they felt like a total loser, or they had this distinct feeling of being powerless or alone or unworthy. So some of these emotional frequencies can kind of erupt and hold that cadmium in place. So when I'm doing energy healing on a person, I'm looking at, hey, I did the scan on you, and your kidneys are coming up as they need a little bit of TLC right now. They need a little bit of love. So then I'm talking to their bodies and I'm asking, what is it? What's going on with you? And the kidneys might tell me, hey, there's some cadmium here and I'm really not digging it. And since you're here, you might as well let it go. So when I'm looking at that cadmium, I'm looking, what is this attached to? Is this attached to any emotional frequency? And then I'm asking, what is that emotional frequency?
This sounds so complicated. I mean, when you say you're talking to the kidneys, I mean, do you hear something or do you just
I'm actually just talking to my guides. So when I'm in a session, my central channel is wide open and free and clear, so I have a direct communication with my own spirit team, my medical intuitive specialists, I call them, and they're talking to me, and I'm asking them, what's in the kidneys? Is it toxicity or is it emotional? It's toxicity. Okay, if it's toxicity, is it chemical or is it heavy metal? It's chemical. Okay, if it's chemical, what is it? Is it in the lineage or is it current? It's in the lineage. Oh, okay.
You're blowing my mind. This is amazing. I'm really excited because I never talked to a medical intuitive before.
Oh, okay.
This is fascinating. So, so you have to be open-minded because people will say, how do you get to your spirit guides?
Right?
Yeah.
We have coffee every Friday.
With your spirit guides?
I'm joking.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I mean, I try to talk to them as much as I can.
I'm gullible, I believed you.
No, I talk to them as often as I can.
That's so nice. Do we need to meditate?
I mean, I like to get into a state where all of my energy is clear.
And how do you do that?
Yeah, well, I will ask that any unhelpful energy be removed from all layers of my existence, from all dimensions I exist in. I will visualize certain lights coming through my body and clearing any unhelpful energy. I do deep breathing. I use my grounding cord to push out any unhelpful energy down my grounding cord. So I'm really clearing everything before a session to make sure that I can understand what they're telling me.
Wow, I'm just blown away, but I love this. This is just great. I'm not going to be able to ask you all the questions, but can anybody be a medical intuitive? It sounds like you have to kind of be special to be a medical intuitive.
I really do think anybody can be a medical intuitive. I think it is helpful to have some medical training, knowing anatomy and physiology and biochemistry. Yeah, I think that can be particularly helpful, but really having a good knowledge of what really causes disease. And truthfully, what causes any disease is toxicity and or pathogen, and some combination, in most cases, of the two.
You know, I've never been where you are. I did study Reiki, but energy healing. But I think that a lot of times people don't realize that because everything is energy, they're holding on to stuff, aren't they?
Yeah.
And that I always thought that toxins and stress cause disease. I didn't believe in the other stuff, but would you say basically it's toxins and stress that cause disease?
They play a huge role, role. But the interesting thing is you have to consider pathogens, because pathogens can mean bad bacteria, it can mean parasites, it could mean a viral issue, and stress is going to amplify the bad bacteria and the viral issues.
Now, if someone came to you, do you want to role play it? Can you explain a client without giving a name? Like, okay, I'll come to you and I'd say, "Hi, Tammy. I think I've got a problem, but I don't know what it is."
Hi, Pauline. Okay, what is your main symptom that you'd like to address?
Well, I've put on 40 pounds and my stomach hurts.
Your stomach hurts?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. That's awful. Okay.
I live off Pepto-Bismol.
Uh-oh. We have to remedy that. Yeah. So my first question to you is, and let's consider also that my energy is clear. And my first question to you would be, or to my guides rather, would be, is Pauline's main issue, is it emotional or physical? And then I would get physical. Okay, if it's physical, is it toxicity or pathogen? It's toxicity. If it's toxicity, is it chemical or heavy metal? It's chemical. Boom, it's chemical. Is it in the lineage or is it current? Meaning, did you inherit some of the chemical toxicity? It's in the lineage. Okay.
Oh, gee, here I go blown away again. How do we get through life when we inherit stuff too? Now, we're not talking about when people say, "Oh, it's in my family," I'm going to get cancer because it's in my. We're not talking about that.
No.
We're talking about something else. It's a more of an emotional lineage.
Yeah, I mean, we do have susceptibility in our genes, and genes load the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. So genes play like a 10 to 30% role.
Not much. It's lifestyle.
Yeah.
When people say cancer runs in your family, well, do they all smoke? I mean, did you grow up around smoke?
Right. Did you grow up in a toxic environment?
Exactly.
Big
yes,
time.
Yes,
That's a huge factor.
Yes. Okay, so I came in now and you said it's chemical. Now what would I do to heal?
So I'm going to ask, okay, if it's in your lineage and it's chemical. Hey, Pauline, where's your family from?
Well, I was born in Wales. And my mother's side's Welsh.
Great Britain.
Great Britain.
So basically
coal mining.
right, exactly.
But I came here early.
Doesn't matter.
Oh.
Because that's still in your lineage. Because you inhered whatever those patterns were.
My grandfather was a Welsh coal miner.
Yeah. So coal came up for you big time.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's 4 different types of chemical toxicity in your body, and coal is the biggest one. So there's an element of coal. So then I would ask, okay, is there anything?
Is this for real or are we just role playing?
No, this is real.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So is there anything holding that coal toxicity in place? Is there any emotional frequency? Yes. Okay.
Oh, I miss my grandfather. I was very close to him.
So then in a session, I would be asking, what is that emotional frequency holding that coal in place? And because it's inherited, I would ask if the emotional frequency is inherited. Because it could be at the time that settled into your lineage bodies, in those ancestors and their bodies, there was an emotional pattern that went with it.
Oh my gosh.
And it gets transmitted to the next generation in the same form.
Did I say my mind was blown early on? It's getting bigger and bigger. I'm just, wow. But this is fascinating, interesting. Just because I don't understand it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. This is very fascinating.
Yeah.
So, wow. Well, we're going to have you on. You have such a background. I mean, we can talk about nutrition. We can talk about Reiki energy, but we'll do that on another show. Is there anything else you would like to end with to tell people, don't worry if they're sick. I mean, there's ways to heal. I think I never believe I believe everybody can heal. I really do.
Yeah.
And that's one reason I do this show. And there's a lot of healing modalities out there. I'm not going to badmouth the medical, but I know there's things that have been suppressed for years.
Yeah.
There were people that did energy healing years ago and they suppressed it. So
Yeah.
that's part of my goal now, is to bring this out, because there's a lot of healing and people don't need to suffer and be sick.
Yeah.
You probably care about people. I bet you do.
I do, definitely. It's my calling to immediately want to make somebody better. And I can't turn that off.
Do you feel you were maybe a healer in a previous life?
I know I was.
Because we're doing parapsychology today, so for a previous lifetime.
I've had that done
people
on
aren't
me,
gonna be
and I
surprised.
know that I am for sure.
For sure. I said like I'm a level 2 Reiki healer, but I'm more interested in presenting people like you, so we can get that out there, that people can do healing. So at the end of the show, we're going to put up we're going to have Tammy's email address up there for you, and also her website. So if you want to learn more about what Tammy does and contact her, be sure to check out the end of the show. We will have that for you. Also, I want to thank you for watching our show. This is our very first show. And we're going to do a lot of topics that may seem different, and they are going to be. Like, I want to do shows on auras, crystal healing, maybe essential oils. Maybe you can help me with a few.
Sound healing.
Sound healing, Reiki energy. So if there's anything you'd like to see, let us know. We'll later have our website where you can contact us. Let us know what kind of topics you would like to hear us address. And eventually we will have an audience. That'll be great. I need an audience when I do tarot cards, because they have to pull the cards. So we will have an audience. So we'd like to know what topics you'd like, and if you'd like to recommend somebody, or if you're a healer and you'd like to be on the show, let us know.
Yep.
Yes. So Tammy, thank you so much. Did you
Thank
want to end
you.
with anything, or?
I was just going to say one more thing, is that if you and I were in a healing session and this information came up during the session, I would also give you information about what's going to help it physically. So we're doing the energy work on that particular toxin, but I'm also going to give you physical steps of what you can do in terms of what detox works best for your body.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, what foods work best, what supplements work best, what detox that you should consider doing, because everyone's different.
Have you had a lot of good success?
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been a integrative dietitian for probably 15 years, but I've been doing more aspects of energy healing for probably 7 or 8 years, and medical intuition for about 5 years.
Now, I forgot to ask you, when you told me about your background, when you were growing up, did you have any inclination that you had this talent?
I was quite shy, introverted, and I spoke with, I think, my spirit team all the time, because they were the only people that kept me company.
Wow.
So I didn't know it at the time. I just thought, I was talking to somebody that was telling me really neat things, and that was cool, but I didn't think anything of it, so.
Wow. Do you have a lot of friends?
Yeah, I think I do.
They don't think you're...
No, I enjoy people like me.
Good. That's why I connect with people like you, because I'm that way too. Thank you so once again. I want to thank the viewing audience, and I want to thank MCMTV and the 2 men that work here. This wonderful, and Phil and Kyle. Thank you so much for all your help. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.